Manga-Waido.
I'm Shun Sakamoto. I'm a designer at a major ad agency. Hey, Sakamoto! I heard that one of the younger staff won that account you were working on, huh? Yeah. What can I say? You gotta be more persistent, man! As my colleague says, I'm not a very good negotiator, and at 37, I'm not getting any better. But we have our regular customer, and that keeps me busy, but there is something that I can be proud of, and that's the existence of my beautiful wife, Nanako. We met here at the company. She joined after me, but we started working on the same project, and we hit it off right away. And eventually, we got married.
Hey, Shun. How was your day?
The usual. How you doing? Today was the doctor's appointment, right? How'd it go?
Yeah, it went great. No problem at all.
That's awesome. Man, I can't wait to see our child. My wife is with child now, and I'm gonna see my first kid in about a month. I was at the peak of my happiness. Then one day, things changed. My boss approached me and suggested that I transfer to the administration section.
And so, what do you tell him?
I told him I would think about it.
Pardon me? What do you mean you want to think about it? This is a promotion. You get to work in administration.
Yeah, well, I'm a designer. I like my job. I'm not cut out to do administration work.
But...
Actually, I thought it was good timing, because I was thinking of going freelance.
Huh? You can't be serious? There's no guarantee you'd be successful. That's a big risk to take.
Nanako told me to think it over and weigh the risks, but I wasn't going to work in a job I don't like until retirement. I just couldn't do it. Actually, I was thinking about going on my own for some time now. I even have money saved for that purpose, so financially I was okay. In the end, I was determined to get my way. I eventually started a small design office at home. That's when the trouble began. At first, Nanako finally agreed, but after a while she started being icy toward me.
Do the cleaning, would you? Don't forget the laundry and wash the dishes.
Yeah, right.
Are you looking at me like that, for God's sake? I have to rest, you know. I just gave birth to a baby.
I had to do all the house chores and even look for a daycare place. I had to take care of our daughter, Reina, too. Well, Reina's my daughter. I have to take care of her. I'm right here, Reina. You want to cuddle, huh? Just seeing her cute little face makes me happy, and all my troubles seem to go away. And then, about the time Reina was entering nursery school, Nanako started working again. As for me, my designer work was going fairly well. I had gotten used to taking care of Reina. But about 2 months after Nanako started working, she would often be late and sometimes wouldn't even come home.
Hey, Rena, were you a good girl today? Dad, help! Why the hell are you crying? I'm your mother, for God's sake.
You're never around. Can't blame her.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you're never around. You should at least play with her on your days off. She's just not used to you is all.
Well, for your information, I work and I'm tired. I need a rest, unlike you, who just sits at home all day working. Or are you actually even working?
Of course I work. How could you say that?
Oh, please. She's giving me a headache. I'm going to bed.
Hey, we're not finished here. There is no end to my frustrations with Nanako. Then one day, as I was headed back to the office after visiting a client... Huh? What the hell? What's Nanako doing with that guy? But come to think of it, there were suspicious signs. She's been late recently, sometimes not even coming home. Going out on Saturdays and Sundays. Is she having an affair with that guy? I had to make sure, so I hired a private investigator to check her out. A few days later, I got proof that she was indeed seeing this guy. I thought maybe she would panic, but she simply snickered and said,
Yeah, that's right. I'm going steady with this guy. Nice photos of him, by the way. His name is Tomohiro Ando. He's a designer too, and has done numerous projects for major corporations. I bet you've seen some of his work, as a matter of fact. He's one of the best.
Ando? That guy? I knew the guy all right. He used to be the creative director at a major ad agency. He recently started his own business. They met during a project they were both working on, and he apparently tried recruiting her for his new ad agency. Then one thing led to another, and they became lovers.
Unlike Yushin, Ando is a great designer.
But that gives you no right whatsoever to cheat on me.
You know what? I married you only because you worked for a pretty well-known ad agency.
Huh? Seriously?
Yeah, after you quit the company, there was nothing left. You no longer meant anything to me.
Anyways, let's get together with this Ando guy and discuss the matter. The next day, we made an appointment to meet at a coffee shop, and he came with his wife. Her name was Kumi, and she looked very timid and nervous, probably because of the somber atmosphere.
I'm so sorry that my husband caused so much grief to you.
Who told you to speak? You just keep your mouth shut. This can all be solved with money, so stay out of it. You got that?
Of course, I'm sorry. Man, how pathetic. Yeah, no problem getting a divorce, and sure, we'll pay compensation, no problem. And also child support. Mr. Ando said he'll pay for everything.
Yeah, if that means I can hook up with Nanako, I'll gladly pay. Child support? Does that mean you don't even want your own child?
Well, she doesn't seem to have any affection for me anyways. And besides, Mr. Ando hates kids. What can I say?
Of course, I would never give up Reina, but how could she? She's a monster. I was seething with anger, but there was nothing more to talk about. But...
Okay, then see ya. I'm gonna live with Mr. Ando starting today.
Huh? Are you nuts?
Send my stuff later. I'll send over the divorce papers along with his address. He'll deposit the compensation and child support into your bank account, and then we're all set. What do I do? If you move in, I have nowhere to go.
Do as you like. I'll pay you alimony so you'll be fine. Oh yeah, why don't you stay with Mr. Sakamoto? I'm sure he has plenty of room.
Yeah, that's an awesome idea. You two would make a great couple. Take it easy, losers.
They laughed their way out of the coffee shop. I could still hear them laughing outside.
What do I do? I have nowhere to go.
Don't you have relatives nearby or friends? According to Kumi-san, her parents already passed and she has no contact with her relatives. She lived overseas for years, so she didn't have any close friends. Okay then, like your husband suggested. Wanna come to my house? You're more than welcome.
Really?
Like he said, I got plenty of room. And besides, it was my wife that cheated on me with your husband. I'm partially responsible for this whole fiasco, too.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're both victims in this. Let's help each other out, why don't we? Maybe you can help me pack up my wife's stuff.
Yeah, okay. I guess I can do that.
And so it was decided that Kumi-san would come and stay at my place for the time being. I was pleasantly surprised to see that she could do the house chores perfectly, and she was even good with children. Reina has completely been taken with Kumi-san, and they go to the park or shopping together every day. The neighbors have even noticed.
Wow, your new wife is so wonderful. She even cleans up the trash area all the time. She's such a nice person.
Yeah, well, we're not actually married.
Really? She's wonderful. What a waste. You should marry her then.
Yeah, right. Actually, I felt very comfortable with her around. I was even hoping she would just stay with us forever. One day we received an invitation to a Halloween party. It says you can come in a homemade costume and there's going to be a contest afterwards.
I want to be a cat. A really cute cat.
Okay, then what about something like this?
The design that she drew on the paper was so wonderful that I gasped. Wow, I didn't know you were such a good artist, Kumi-san.
To be honest, I went to art school and have some experience working as a designer.
I had no idea.
Wow, this is super cute. You have to make me this.
Okay, we better get to work on it then. And Mr. Sakamoto, I'll make you a matching one too.
Yeah, okay. We'll have to make you one too then. I'll help.
Huh? Wait, me too? But...
Come on, Kumi-san. Let's all three of us be cats.
See, Reina wants you to join too. But if you really don't want to, I can't force you.
No, I want to. Alright, if it's not a bother, can I join?
You bet. The costumes that Kumi designed and made were a huge hit. At the Halloween party, we were the life of the party. And on top of that...
Wow, a medal!
Yes, that's right. We won top prize in the costume contest. That's wonderful, Reina.
Yes, you were so cute in your costume. You deserve that gold medal. Congratulations!
Thanks so much for making it for me, Kumi-san. Reina was so happy. Thanks so much for what you did.
Just glad we all helped each other, like a family.
Kumi-san, can I ask you a favor?
Yes, of course.
Reina loves you very much, and I enjoy your company. What do you say? Would you want to work here as a live-in maid? What do you say?
Are you sure? I mean, I was the wife of the man that seduced your wife.
I don't care about that. You're a nice and considerate person. I would appreciate it if you could accept my offer. To be honest, I would be overjoyed if you accepted.
Well, you know what? I really like Reina, and I was getting very comfortable living here with you and Reina. If it's not a burden, I accept.
And so, it was decided that Kumi-san would live and work at our home. About 3 months have passed since Kumi-san came to our home. Because Kumi-san made healthy meals, I was fit as ever, and my skin rash that I had completely disappeared. I passed my annual medical exam with flying colors. When I was with Nanako, she never really cooked much, and if I had been with her, the stress from work probably would have taken its toll on me by now. I sure appreciate Kumi-san. It wasn't only house chores and cooking, she even assisted me in my work. One time I was stuck on one design project and I happened to ask her advice. She suggested and created an ad character and overall design. This concept art really caught the eye of my clients, and we ended up using her design. After that, there were numerous requests to use this character and design in other projects. As a result, I hired her on as my company's in-house designer. I'm sorry that I have you doing house chores as well as doing design work.
Well, actually, I wanted to continue working after getting married, but my husband said my drawings were kid stuff and that it wouldn't pass muster in the professional world, and I was forced to be a housewife.
That's awful. How could he? Anybody can see that your work is of the highest quality.
You're so kind, Shin.
No, I'm only saying what's true. Your design is awesome. You got my vote, that's for sure.
I appreciate that, Shin.
You deserve better, Kumi. Kumi-san also changed while living here with me. Maybe it was the stress, but she became healthier and looked radiant. I can't imagine the stress she was under while living with her previous husband. She went out and got her hair done and switched from bookworm glasses to contacts and transformed herself into quite a beauty. Wow, you look great, Kumi-san.
Thanks, Shin. My husband said that there was no need for me to have my hair done or wear contacts.
Kumi-san, you look so cute!
Thank you so much, Reina. So nice of you to say. After living here with you and Reina, I feel I'm finally able to live a normal life and to be myself.
Yes, and I'm way healthier thanks to you. Meeting you has been a benefit to both of us. Our lives were looking up, but the same could not be said about some other people we know. While reading some of the industry news, I heard that Ando had started his own design office, but that many of the staff members quit due to severe harassment, creating a toxic work environment. He was a pretty famous designer, which made him more of a target in the media, and he was forced to resign his position. But enough word got around of his counterproductive methods that nobody would hire him. He then made some unfortunate investment choices, causing irreparable damage to his financial well-being. That's what he gets for treating Kumi-san so terribly. Then one day, Ando and Nanako suddenly visited us out of nowhere.
Hey, Shu, could you lend us some money, please?
I haven't seen you in ages. What the hell do you want? So I guess it was true that you guys got screwed with that investment. Yeah, you know about that, huh?
Oh, well. Then no need to explain. So what do you say? 20,000 bucks should cover it.
As we were talking at the front door, Kumi joined us. Both Nanako and Ando were flabbergasted how beautiful she looked. Is that you, Kumi?
Yes, of course. Already forgot what your ex-wife looked like, huh?
Sorry, don't have any money to give you. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Come on, Shun. We used to be married, right? And I'm the mother of your child.
Just hand over the money, Kumi. I took care and provided for you for years. It's time to reimburse me for all I did for you.
Sorry, I cut all ties with you. You mean nothing to me.
Ah! We have a good life here. We never want to see you here again. Huh? Are you telling me you guys are like a couple now? Seriously?
Well, we're sort of...
That's right. I want to take care of Kumi for the rest of my life. She means the world to me. I don't want to see your faces here ever again. So you had an affair with my wife, is that it? The divorce has already been settled. Besides, you're the one who first cheated on Kumi and had an affair with my wife. You really got nerve, buddy. Kumi, are you nuts? Hooking up with this no-good son of a bitch?
No good son of a bitch, huh? What the hell are you talking about, Buster? You really got nerve coming here and calling him that. I always thought you were a son of a bitch.
Huh? That's it, Kumi. Show him who's boss.
If you don't want us to call the police, you better get the hell out of here.
You guys show your face around here again, we call the cops. They were still not ready to give up, but the neighbors started opening their doors and looking out, checking what the commotion was all about.
Is there some sort of trouble outside? Hey, Shun-san, Kumi-san, shall I call the police?
With that, they shut up and rushed away before things got out of hand. I'm so sorry I said that. It was just a spur-of-the-moment thing. I hope you weren't offended by it.
Please, Shun, don't apologize.
Right. Meaning?
You know, I was thinking that maybe I wanted our relationship to be that way. So, what you said, I was actually happy.
Huh? Really? Okay then. Let's make it official. Kumi, Will you go steady with me? Maybe even marry down the line? I mean, if it's okay with you, that is.